Hello YouTube, Fuzzfinger here, welcome to another World of Warcraft patch 7.3.5 video. And today we're actually going outside the game to have a look at some of the data mine models that have been introduced in the latest PTR files, and in particular some of the new mounts that are going to be included with the upcoming allied races. Now it should be noted that 4 of the 6 allied races are starting to have some files included in the game. This has led to some speculation as to whether these 4 particular races will be coming before the Battle for Azeroth launch, and of course we don't know for certain. Blizzard have said that we can expect to see some allied race information and data coming in the patches, but that shouldn't be a sign of anything. But in my opinion, it's very possible that those 4 races will be available for those that pre-purchase the expansion pack before the expansion itself actually releases, and the other 2 races, which are the Zandalari Trolls and the Dark Iron Dwarves, which have not had any files included in the PTR, will then be available when the expansion launches. But that said, for those first 4 races, allied races, we do have some files available for viewing, and we're going to take a look at some of the mounts for those now. Okay, so the first one we want to look at is the Lightforged Adreno, and they have this Lightforged Elic. So a pretty awesome Elic version, you know, similar to some of the Elics we've seen before. And you can actually go onto MMO Champion, by the way, which is where I am at the moment. I'll put a link in the description and view these yourself. And you can also change some of the animations. So these are from the files from the PTR. I do like to set these to run, since obviously the mounts will be running a lot in-game. And that gives us an idea as to what we're going to be seeing. So it's a high quality model. I do believe this model has already existed in the game in recent patches anyway, because of the Lightforged Draenei that exist out on Antorus. Next up, and actually one of my favourites, is what I call the Void Chocobo. So it's a Void Cockatrice, or whatever it is that they're calling them nowadays in game, and the model's a little bit buggy, as you can see, but I'm sure that'll be fixed before we actually get to ride this thing with our Void Elf in the upcoming expansion, or before, of course, if it is released before that point. So I'll just set this to run. And it's of course a Void themed version of the standard Blood Elf mount, the Void Elves themselves being Blood Elves, but with different customization options. And this is what you'll be able to ride along with. I'm not sure exactly how these mounts are going to be made available, whether you just purchase them from a faction vendor for your allied race, or whether they're a reward along with the heritage armor for leveling. I don't think that's been revealed yet. If it has, let us know in the comments. But assumingly, you're only going to be able to unlock these mounts once you've played the allied race to some degree. Whether or not the other races will be able to ride these, I doubt that very much. In the same sense that the other races won't be able to wear the heritage armor that you are rewarded with for leveling a new allied race from level 20 to 120 or 110. I'm not sure which, but either way, you won't be able to, in my opinion, use these mounts on other races either. So this is the Void Elf mount. Third up then, we have the mount, the ratio mount for the High Mountain Tauren. And similar to the Tauren themselves, or the High Mountain Tauren, you can see that we've got the antlers on top of the mount, which is this moose thing. And I actually really like this. This is a great looking model. I do, you know, like this mount. And I might even have to roll a High Mountain Tauren, despite not being a big fan of Tauren in all honesty. But just to get this mount, I might have to do so. And let's just have a look at the run animation here. Yeah, I really do dig this one. By the way, guys, let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are of some of these mount models. It'll be interesting as well whether we'll be getting different coloured skins or anything, or maybe we'll be able to unlock different skins for each of these mounts as we progress through with the new allied races. But yeah, so this is the Moose mount for the High Mountain Tauren, and now we're going to move on to the Nightborn. I'm going to be honest, this is possibly my least favourite mount of the 4, not because I don't think the mount is awesome, it absolutely is, but it's just so very similar to the Nightborn mount that we already have in-game by completing the 7.1 Suramar campaign, and I do love that mount. I use it all the time. If you've been watching my previous videos on the PTR, you'll see me running around on it. But because of that reason, because we have something so similar in-game, I guess you could say the same with the Elic as well, but I think even more so with this Night Saber mount is practically identical to the Suramar campaign reward, that it's perhaps not as exciting, I should say. So I do like the mount, but it doesn't get me as excited to roll a Nightborn as perhaps some of the other mounts, such as the High Mountain Tauren or the Void Elf does. But they're the 4 mounts for you then, guys, that we're going to be getting with the new racial, the allied races. And I'll be interested in seeing what some of the other 2 new mounts are going to be looking like, in particular the Dark Iron Dwarves. Whether they'll just be riding the same kind of mounts as dwarves, but with different skins, I guess we'll find out. And let's just go for a bit of a bonus now, shall we? Bonus time then, guys. So, out of the 6 allied races, one of those races, the High Mountain Tauren, can roll the Druid class, meaning that we're getting new Druid forms for that particular race. And let's just take a couple of examples of those. We've got this Dark Bear form, and the High Mountain of Tauren are of course known for their huge antlers, and they're going to be brought across and carried into the new Druid forms as well. So let's just take a couple of these as examples here. Here's a lighter version of the Druid form, again with those nice big antlers, and we're going to see that through on the feral version of the Druid form as well. So here's the cat form, again with those antlers, and let's just pick another random example. I do like this one actually, so I might have to roll a Druid when I roll my High Mountain Tauren to get that pretty awesome moose mount, although it looks like we're getting a moose travel form as well, similar to that mount. And for our flight form, we're getting this griffin thing. It's hard to actually see in this model view since it seems to go off the top if you zoom in. But also, as an extra bonus, we're getting new totems as well for Shaman. I assume for Shaman anyway. I mean, who else uses totems? Alright then, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little preview of what's to come with allied races. Once again, we've actually got nothing confirming that we're going to be able to play the allied races before the expansion releases, but it's kind of making sense that we're getting all of this information from 4 of the allied races, 4 of the 6, in the PTR files now for 7.3.5, that there is going to be a means of playing these allied races before the expansion launches, probably as an encouragement for people to pre-order. But we'll wait and see what happens. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and come back soon, and we'll carry on looking at more of what's available in the PTR for World of Warcraft 7.3.5. See you then. Goodbye.